Hello trainers, how you all doing? This is Shagam speaking. We're going to some Sunrise Cup tournament in the Tau community in Israel. This is the tournament for the only tournament I've been in October. I hope to participate in more tournaments in the future, but unfortunately I didn't get the time. So anyway, we have some amazing players in this community and we have some amazing battle right here. But unfortunately I didn't win this tournament. I actually went 4-1, which is a tie with another 3 players, but I went 4th in the tiebreaker. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. We have some amazing battles right here, and that's it. Make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy. Unfortunately I didn't get to battle the winner, so congratulations to Patsuts for winning this tournament. We encountered a great lead in this first battle, and she had 2 Pokemons weak to Vigoroth, which I led with. So I was in a good position all the way through the end, and let's see how she does in the second match. For the second battle I decided to go with the same team and I won the lead again, and then she safe swap into Altaria, but I have Galarian Stunfisk in the back, so it's a complete wall to Altaria and I'm in a good position. She actually decided to shield twice her Altaria and then switch into Alolan Memorak, which honestly I could throw the Rock Slide and then farm it all the way down with my Mantine. So either way I'm still in a good position right now, and this is GG. So I was able to win this game without using any shields. I think she made a mistake by shielding twice our Altaria, but still I was in a good position. My team completely countered hers. So on to the third game. In the third game I decided to run the same team and I actually lose the lead here, although I do threaten the Marak with the Bulldoze and I'm able to grab a shield and then I safe swap into Mantine. Unfortunately she was able to bait me with the Bone Club with the Marak, but she made a mistake by going into Altaria, so now I know I can win switch advantage and avoid the Vigoroth against the Marak matchup. And she has Cramory in the back, and I didn't want her to farm a lot of energy, so I swap into my Galarian Stunfisk, which is a great answer to both Marak and Skarmory. So I'm in a good position right now, and I basically can go 3-0 in this battle. So GG. Going up against barthegamer, who is an amazing battler, and he was featured on King's videos several times. So let's see how we do. So Swampert can be really dangerous for my team, so thankfully I was able to catch it in the lead. But he was able to farm a lot of energy, and then he safe swap into Articuno. So I decided to throw the Ice Beam and take the shield, but it took too much time to think. I decided to just tank the Icy Wind, but I was able to farm a lot of energy. So basically debuffed my Vigoroth before I was able to get to a Body Slam. So we went with Swampert, we farmed a bit of extra energy and then for the Hydro Cannon, which didn't KO, so we swapped into Vigoroth to farm a bit, and this is where I made a mistake because I definitely should have went with Skyward. Now all the energy on my main team goes to waste, and I can't shield because I need to save it for the Swampert, because he basically has 2 Hydro Cannons ready. So I'm hoping I will be able to farm it all the way down, to farm the Vigoroth all the way down, and I can't shield those Body Slams obviously. So we CMP tie, and I shield this Hydro Cannon obviously, and I'm praying this Hydro Cannon will be enough to KO the Swampert, but it doesn't. He is left with basically 1 HP. So GG, great game by the opponent. So for the second game I decided to start with Vigoroth, and I have a Abomasnow in the back and Mantine as the safe switch. We both start with Vigoroth, so let's see how we do. I grab the shield and then I self swap into Mantine. I think I really caught him off guard, so we wasted a bit of the energy on his Vigoroth and then he swapped into Articuno. He didn't shield the Ice Beam because he did not want to go 2 shields down. Right there I decided to go with Abomasnow and farm all the way down, and honestly this Ice Wind was in favor for me, honestly, because I was able to farm a bit of extra energy, but I still need to worry of the Vigoroth, so I throw the Weather Ball and I immediately switch into my Vigoroth, and thankfully I was able to catch the charge move from it. And obviously he has Swampert in the back, so let's see how we do. Even though I was close to a Body Slam right there, I decided to not shield and save it for the Abomasnow. But then I made a questionable play by shielding right there because I knew this was only an Hydro Cannon. And right now I pray this is not a Sludge Wave. And because it wasn't, I was able to farm all the way down and basically have 3 Weather Balls ready. So even though he has a shield, I know I can win this match. GG. On to the third and final game against barthegamer, and this time I decided to lean Mantine against Vigoroth, and let's see how we do. So I know that if I want to win this matchup I have to spend a shield basically, so I decided to not do that and just throw the Ice Beam and then switch right away into my Vigoroth. I decided to not shield the Body Slam and then I switched into Galarian Stunfisk. So I made a questionable play by not shielding the Rock Slide. I threw the Bulldoze and unfortunately he shielded that. So now he is able to farm me all the way down and has a lot of energy. So I'm not in a good spot. I definitely should have shielded the Rock Slide. So at this point I just decided to save both of my shields to my Galarian Stunfisk. I switch into Stunfisk to avoid getting farmed down, So I throw the first rock slide and I grab the last shield. So I'm basically in a good position right there. I shield the icy wind, but then the opponent made an amazing swap catching this rock slide, and I made a crucial mistake by undercharging way too much. I thought the Vigorot was lower on health, and I thought by undercharging I would be able to farm it all the way down, but I wasn't, and one mistake leads to another, so I don't shield the body slam and I try to farm extra energy instead of throwing right away. So amazing play by barthegamer, but I think I should have played it better. On to the third round, and unfortunately I forgot to film my own battles. So this is actually from the opponent's point of view. And we both started with Vigorot. Because he won CMP, I decided to try and catch the body slam on my Galarian Stunfisk, which thankfully I was able to do so. And I don't repeat this mistake, and I don't farm extra energy, and I throw the rock slide right away. I decided not to shield the bubble beam, which was a great call by me, and he decided not to shield the rock slide. So he farmed extra energy, so I go with my Vigorot, and I know I win CMP, and he decided to shield right there. And this is the Galarian Stunfisk against the Stunfisk matchup. I have a shield, and he decided to go straight for the Earthquake, and I thought this was gonna be a bait, so GG. Great play by the opponent. Onto the second match, and I lead Mantine into Vigorot, and like we saw earlier, in order to win this match I have to shield basically. The opponent actually decided to switch into Galarian Stunfisk, so I decided to throw the Bubble Beam in order to debuff it. And thankfully I was able to catch the Rock Slide on my Obama Snow. Even though it was super effective, I still wanted to catch it on the Obama Snow rather than the Mantine. But still it was kind of weird because this looks like a CMP. So anyway, I decided to not shield the Obama Snow, and he decided to shield his Galarian Stunfisk and farm a lot of energy. I came in with my Mantine and I decided to farm it all the way down at the cost of a shield. And then he came with his own Mantine, so I decided to throw the Ice Beam, and I immediately switched into my Galarian Stunfisk. So like I said, I learned from my mistakes from the game against barthegamer, and I throw the Rock Slide right away because the counter damage really adds up. And thankfully I was able to shield this Bulldoze. I didn't call the bait, and I throw the Rock Slide, and he threw the Bubble Beam. I think he should have went for Ice Beam honestly, but he did debuff me, so I switched into my Mantine after my farm a lot of energy. And then I throw the Rock Slide because I got my debuffs cleared, and thankfully I was able to get to another Rock Slide right just before we got to a Bubble Beam. GG. On to the third and final battle, and this is actually the worst lead for me, so I decided to stay in this matchup, and I shield this Thunderbolt, and then I throw the Sky Attack. He actually decided not to shield, so now I switch into my Vigorot, and I decided not to shield right there because going 2 shields down would be too risky, but I was able to farm basically to almost 2 body slams. So we shield the first one, and Because he committed to the farm down, I was able to land the second one. I decided to go with my Skarmory to soak all the body slam damage and basically farm it all the way down. He wanted to avoid getting farmed down, so he switched into his Zapdos, but thankfully I was able to farm it all the way down as well. And now his Mantine is switch locked against my Stunfisk, which is great for me. He baited successfully and it was really close to an Ice Beam, but even getting the buff, the discharge just do a lot of damage to the Mantine, and the Vigoroth has no energy, so GG. Going into the fourth one, and I encounter a great lead for me, and he decided to safe switch into Vigoroth, and let's see how we do. I decided to not farm a bit of extra energy because the counter damage really adds up, and right there I risk it and I don't shield, so this Sky Attack will not be enough to KO, so I basically lose switch advantage, but I have a shield advantage, so let's see. And this is why it's good I saved both of my shields, because the charge moves from Quagsire will hit for super effective damage against both of my Pokemons right now. So I shield right there the Stone Edge, and then I throw the Ice Beam, which gets through. And honestly right now I'm in a good position because I think he should have shielded the Quagsire. I get hit by the Shadow Ball, and right there he tried to catch the Mud Bomb with his Quagsire, but I didn't get to do that, so GG. On to the second match, and he decided to lead with Bellossom. Honestly, he has a really spicy team, and I wasn't sure how to deal with that, to be honest, because the Bullet Seed really generates a lot of energy. So I just stay in this matchup and farm as much damage as possible. I shield while there, and I force the shield on the opponent right there as well, and then I immediately switch into my Skarmory and catch the Leaf Blade. And he counter switches into Alolan Marowak, which is obviously a great counter to my Skarmory, but I'm able to throw the Sky Attack and take his last shield, and then he decided to bait with this Bone Club, so I'm in a good position because I know this is another Bone Club and it's not enough, and I'm able to land this second Sky Attack. I know he doesn't have Shadow Ball ready, so I come with my Mantine and just try to farm it all the way down, but he immediately swap into Bellossom and I get hit by the Leaf Blade, and now he comes again with this Quagsire, and I'm in a good position because I have energy in my Vigoroth and the counter damage really adds up, and I have another Pokemon at full health, so GG. On to the third and final match, and I decided to lead with Stunfisk, the regular Stunfisk again, and I definitely catch the lead right there. We go for CMP and unfortunately I lose it, so I just shield. He has to shield if he wants to keep his Pokemon alive. And then he tried to catch the discharge, but I was aware of that and I decided to throw the Mud Bomb to soften it up a bit and then switch into my Skarmory. The opponent knew his only play was to try and farm me all the way down to have a lot of energy ready for the whatever comes in, but he wasn't able to, and now I have Mud Bomb ready against the Alolan Merak, and this is GG. On to the last match, and unfortunately I forgot to film that as well, so thankfully the opponent filmed his battle, so it's from the opponent point of view, and let's see how we do. I catch the lead and he 6-swap into Galarian Starfisk, and I immediately counter switch it with my Vigoroth, but unfortunately I get hit by the Earthquake. I really thought he was gonna go for the bait, and now I'm in a tricky spot because he shielded the Bulldoze, and I have to win switch advantage basically, because I need to keep the alignment of the Galarian Starfisk against the Skarmory. So I shield my Vigoroth twice. Those problems you see in the video are from the broadcast, it wasn't during the battles. So anyway, he didn't shield the body slam, so I win switch advantage, but I had to waste both of my shields unfortunately, and I'm in a tricky spot right now, so I go with my Maintain. Thankfully I was able to land the body slam on the Vigoroth, so it is a better matchup for me. So he decided to shield the Ice Beam and then bank the body slam and switch into Skarmory. So I bank the Ice Beam on my Maintain and then I switch into my Galarian Starfisk, and I know that I need to farm extra energy to have a charge move ready for the Vigoroth. So I do just that, and even if he was able to catch the Work Slide on his Vigoroth, it wouldn't matter because I had 2 charge moves. GG. On to the second battle, and this time I did film it, so it's a Maintain mirror match, and let's see how we do. I lose switch advantage, but to be honest it played in favor for me because I can come with my Vigoroth and farm a lot of energy. He decided to shield his Vigoroth twice, so I know he had another Pokemon weak to Vigoroth in the back. So thankfully I was able to catch the Body Slam, and then he tried to catch the Rock Slide on his own Galarian Starfisk, but I was aware of that and I'm able to land the Earthquake And I still have 2 shields, so this is GG. I misclicked right there. I definitely should have went for Earthquake, but it didn't matter. The opponent decided not to play the third game, so this will be it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Congratulations again to Patsuts for winning this tournament, and I'll see you next time.